What's up, everybody? So today I want to talk about something I don't think I ever mentioned in my videos. I could be wrong, but I don't think I ever mentioned this topic before, so I thought it would be a good topic to talk about. Today I want to talk about women, females, and why that they, if you ever notice like how females treat each other like shit, meaning other female. Now, I'm not saying all girls are like this, but there's a lot of women that just don't get along with other women. Like, there's some women that tell me that I can't get along with girls. I can only get along with guys. Girls, I just end up getting into a fight with. So, I always wondered why that is. And this is pretty much my opinion, at least of what I think, why it's the way that it's that way. Girls are very, self-conscious on a lot of things, how they look and stuff. They all want to be pretty and shit. So if, let's say, there's this other girl that may look prettier than that specific girl, she may automatically get jealous of that girl and right away can't stand that girl just because of how she looks. Now, it also works the other way too, when a girl's ugly, or just in general, like, people just don't get along, people just bully, But I think mainly a lot of it has to do with when there's a prettier girl than that specific girl, or if that girl gets more men. It's basically competing. Who's better than who? That's basically, some girls feel like they're not good enough or whatever the hell, and then they see this specific girl getting men or just looking good or whatever, then they get mad to the point where they'll start literally getting into a fight with that girl over stupid shit. It's immaturity. This is humanity for you, just immature jerks, man. We're just truly jealous of one another. Instead of being happy for one another, we envy, we're jealous. We hate when we see someone doing good. We hate when we see somebody doing better than us. And to some point I can understand, I feel we should all have an equal life where we're all doing good in life. We all should be happy. We should all be feeling well. But unfortunately, it's just not the way this shithole works. Sucks. Absolutely sucks. There's certain people that you talk to, and then let's say they somehow, let's say get a good job or get a good career going or whatever. They end up sometimes not wanting to talk to you as much anymore because they feel like now they're too good for you or whatever. Some people are bored. They have nothing better else to do, so they'll, come talk to you or whatever the hell. But then when they get their lives together, oh, I'm too good now, Oh, boy, ever since you got that job or ever since you did this, whatever, I don't hear from you anymore. Boy, looks like now, it looks like you're a big shot now, You're too good for me now, that type of attitude. Yeah, I only called you or texted you because I was bored. I had nothing to do all day, so, I figured, hey, I'll give you a text. But now I got my shit going, man. I got goals in life, so yeah, I'm gonna be snotty and shy away from your ass because I'm on a higher level than you, just whatever, shit that goes in people's minds, I mean, it's just this is why I hate human beings. And I'm not saying I hate every human being. I'm not saying I hate you people watching the video. I'm not saying that, but just humans in general, like, just the majority of people are just so salty and just so irritating. They just make my blood boil, literally. And me, I'm a chill person. And I always say I don't like to start trouble. I don't like to look for fights in any way. I don't. I like to be chill as hell. I like to be nice, I like to be relaxed. But people do piss me off. And when people piss me off, I admit I do get mad. I do get mad. I mean, everyone has a breaking point. We can only take so much until we just snap. I'm not a person that's going to show off and think I'm a badass, I'm the toughest dude in the world, because I'm absolutely not the toughest dude in the world. There's always somebody out there that's stronger than you, and I learned to accept that. But that's the thing, there's people that think, I'm a badass, ain't nothing can stop me, or whatever the hell, and then those type of people, you almost wish they get their ass kicked. And they probably still won't even learn because they're just that stupid and naive, but yeah. But back to the female thing. Why women treat each other like crap. And really, it's humans in general that treat each other like crap. Like, I'm not only saying it's women, but this topic specifically about women, like how they treat other women like crap. And I'm not saying all women do this, but there are a lot of women that do it. And, it just works in so many ways. Some of them feel self-conscious, like maybe they're not pretty, then they see someone else pretty and they get all pissed. Or sometimes if they see someone ugly too, it gives them some kind of confidence, like making it feel like they have some kind of swag, making fun of this person, like, you a ugly bitch, like, it's like we all just want to feel better. We all just want to be empowered. We all just want to feel like we're on the top of things, like we're on the top of the world. And we get joy, these certain people get joy out of belittling that other type of person. I mean, it's just pure immaturity, man. It's just, what's the point of it? What is the point in bullying? What is the point of being mean to somebody? I can understand if somebody's starting with you, but there's people that just look for fights. It's like people just get a drive, like people just look like they just want to get into some kind of fight. I don't know. I just don't know what goes on in people's minds, man. Like, people just like drama. Me, I'm the total opposite. I don't. I just wish we lived in a nice, peaceful world, but sadly, you won't ever get that wish here. I don't know if you get it in the afterlife, if there even is an afterlife, but I could definitely, sadly tell you this, you ain't going to get that wish here on this, godforsaken planet. Like, women, for example, they'll call each other, like, sluts and shit, like, you skank, you whore, or whatever the hell, just fucked up things. And, I never understood the reason. And to this day, I really don't really understand the reason, but I understand a little bit, it's like some girls just, it's like they feel like they're bad if they do that. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Or it's like vice versa. If, they're self-conscious on their looks, they get jealous of another person because she's more popular than me. She's more prettier or whatever, so I can't stand her, so I'm going to go off on this bitch just for no fucking reason whatsoever. I mean, it's amazing, man, how stupid people are. It's immaturity. Humans are the definition of immaturity. If you look at the definition word immaturity in a dictionary, it should literally just have pictures of people. Literally should just have pictures of human beings. It doesn't even have to say the meaning of the word. All it has to do is just literally show humans, people of both sex, female and males. I'm not just saying, I'm not just trying to say anything about females, just saying people in general. That's what literally should be in a dictionary. That's what that word means. Immaturity, human beings. Because really, is an animal mature or immature? Not really. An animal just does its own thing. We're the ones that really cause being mature or immature. We're the ones that make jokes. We're the ones that act stupid. Animals, on the other hand, they just do their own thing. And you know what else is weird? At least that I could think. We're the only living things that laugh and cry. Well, not cry. There's dogs I've seen that cry, like, like that yelp and, moan. But we're the only living things, though, that I could say laugh. Like, you don't see an animal laughing. You don't see a bird laughing. At least not I could think of. But so that's like the same thing with being mature or immature. I feel like humans create that definition. Immaturity. Us. That's what the word means. It's basically just meaning people being immature. So just might as well just show a picture of people. That's what I'm basically trying to get out of that right there. I mean, yeah, there's some women that came up to me and said, like, straight out, like, because I always see this person hanging with guys, or this woman hanging with, and I said, don't you have any, like, girlfriends too? And they're like, nah, I don't get along well with girls. Girls make fun of me, or, we just get into arguments and shit. And it's crazy. Now, I'm just saying to myself, I wonder why. I mean, in her situation, I don't know why, but I mean, it could probably be basically what I'm saying in the video. I mean, it's just people are jealous. Maybe she's pretty, and in my view, in my opinion, I find her pretty. But maybe some girls don't like that she's pretty because, she's prettier than me or whatever, vice versa, People just, it's like they just want to feel empowered. They get joy out of bringing somebody else down. That's what makes them happy. Because their life might just be so fucked up. Maybe they grew up in a bad, environment with parents, who knows, abusive parents or whatever situation that could have maybe happened. And it's like they want to do this. It's like they just want to bring somebody else down because they see how fucked up their life is. So, you know what? I want to try to make her life miserable too. And then by making her life miserable, making my life more joyful, I guess, in a sick fucking way. I mean, this is how it goes in a lot of situations. And in these basically, topics here, like just in general, that even goes for men too, like, it's just bullies in general. Bullies a lot of times were probably bullied or make fun of too, to the point where they became bullies and now they feel like if they do it, they'll be cool or whatever. I mean, it's just crazy shit. I'm not saying that's the only reason why. I mean, there's a lot of things behind it. There's probably even things behind it that I won't even be mentioning in the video because I don't even know right off the bat, I should say, but there's a lot of reasons. But, yeah, it's just the main reason I could say is this, because people just want to feel empowered. Another reason, like I said a little while ago, because some people are self-conscious, like females, for example. I'm the prettiest girl in school, and how dare this bitch thinks who she is. She's the new girl here, and she's already thinking she's this or that. She runs the place or whatever the hell. I'm going to put a stop to that. And, it's like just shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just pure immaturity, man. Pure immaturity. We got to be better than someone else. That's basically what we do. We always got to be better than somebody. Instead of treating each other, be respectful, it's about who's better than who. I want to make sure I'm the best bitch in school, or vice versa. I'm the coolest man in the school. I got the most swag. Yeah. Literally. I mean, it's fucking just stupid, man. Look at this nerd, People think it's cool, hey, if I people think I'm cool because I'm, picking on this person. I mean, I don't know what goes through fucking people's minds, but it's just pure immaturity. Like I said, if you want to know what that word means, that's what should be in the dictionary, fucking pictures of people. It's like also, for example, bodybuilders. They feel cool when they're big, all juiced up, muscles. And don't get me wrong, I mean, good for them. But if they see someone else bigger, they'll probably be like, motherfucker, I was the biggest person in this gym. Now this scumbag came in and now he thinks who the hell he is. He's bigger than me, motherfucker. And it's like all competing. Now I got to try and get his size or even bigger. I mean, this is the shit, what people don't understand, there's always going to be somebody better, like stronger than you and shit. It's just, you got to accept it. You have no choice. You got to accept it. There's always somebody tougher than you. You're not the toughest person in the world. And just like that person that may be tougher than you, there's even somebody tougher than that person. I mean, it's just, the list keeps fucking going. There's always going to be somebody prettier. There's always going to be somebody repulsive. But how I look at it as, everyone's, pretty in their own way. But it's just, we all have different views in people. We all have different taste in men or women, like we in one another, What I find attractive, you may not. You'll be like, ew, she's nasty, or he, vice versa. But to me, no, she's she hot, yo. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy shit, man. I mean, it makes me wonder. Like, it makes me say to myself, I can't believe I live in this type of fucking world literally with these fucking fools, with these clowns. That's what I look at us as, literally fucking clowns, a bunch of fucking fools. Morons, simpletons, jackasses, many words you can think of. We're judged basically on how we look. That's how we might get treated. A lot of times, if, let's say, somebody's overweight or underweight or whatever, that's where you might most likely get picked on. It shouldn't matter what weight you are. It should really matter who you are truly inside. And this is something I will say, just like with race, for example. It shouldn't matter what race you are. It should be for who you are and the inside. But we're never judged by that. It's automatically always on the outside is how we're judged. He's fat. He's a nerd. He's a skinny man and a toothpick. I mean, it's just... It's just pure stupid, man. You can't fix stupid. I made a video about that a few weeks ago. It's the fucking truth. You can't fix stupid. You can't. Stupidity it just keeps rising rapidly, more and more each day. I mean, it was always stupid, but it's just getting more stupid. If, we look a certain type of way, whether we have, let's say, some kind of thing on our face, like, a zit or something, or a skin tag, or just something that looks bad, people already start making fun of you or whatever. Meanwhile, the person can't control what he or she has, so why do you gotta be fucked up and make fun of that person? You wouldn't like it if it was you on if the tables were turned the other way. So think of that poor person. But that's the thing, we don't care. We just get our joy by putting that person down. It's like it gives us self-esteem. It gives us empowerment, I guess you could say. Like, that's where it all goes to, as we only care for ourselves, our joy. And that's what that specific person gets joy out of. Bullying that person, that girl, that guy, whatever. Not nice, man. Not nice. People just, they're the real animals. People are the real fucking animals. Animals, like actual animals, shouldn't even really be called animals. We're the ones that should have been called the animals, because we literally act like real fucking animals. We have no class. I'm not saying all of us, but the majority of people have no class, have no respect towards one another, treat each other like shit because of how he or she may look, maybe what race he or she is, maybe the weight size of what he or she is. I mean, it's just, the list could keep going on. But of course, we wouldn't like it if it was, back at us. The tables were turned and we were the ones getting put down. But hey, I'm not the one that's being put down, so I don't care. I don't know what it feels like, or I don't really care to know what it feels like. I'm just going to continue being an asshole and putting that person down. For what reason? It just gives me joy. I like to feel empowerment. I like to make that motherfucker, have a horrible day. For what reason, though? What did he or she ever do to you? Most situations, what did that specific person ever do to you? Nothing. You just have nothing better else to do, or maybe you had a fucked up life to the point where now you get joy out of making somebody else's life bad because your life was once bad, or it could still be bad. I mean, people sicken me, man. There's a lot of good people in this world. Not saying there isn't, but there's just so many assholes that you just may run into just by going to work, being stuck in traffic, might get into some incident on the road. It's like you always just gotta be prepared to get yourself into that one moron. And me specifically, I just let the person do, like if, for example, when I'm driving, you get so many assholes that try and cut you off, or just, try to get ahead and shit. For what? I don't know. They're just going to slam on their brakes mostly at a light ahead of them, but I just be like, go ahead. I just try not to even start any road rage, because it's just not worth it, man. All this shit today, it's not worth it. And first of all, I was never a type of person that started any road rage or anything. I always just basically let people, do whatever the fuck they want to do. Stupid as they are, but I just let them do whatever they want to do. Want to go? Whatever, go. That's pretty much how you got to be. I mean, that's how I like to be, because I feel like I'm just too mature for this stupid shit, I mean, it's just, what the fuck is the sense in having all this drama? It's like, I don't know. It's like, it's just, this is what we like. It's like, we're just so bored with ourselves that we get joy out of causing drama. It's like, we look for fights for that reason, because our lives could be so damn boring that we need some kind of action going, for some entertainment, for some kind of, what's that word I'm trying to use? Like, to get our adrenaline going, our blood pressure and shit, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it with people, man. I rest my case, man. I really do. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a night for now. This friggin' air quality bullshit's here again. Not as yellow as it was, but it is like very hazy. Who knows if it's the government, probably plotting something behind. Wouldn't be surprised. Now, I'm not saying it's definitely the government, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, anything I pretty much hear, man, it's not a surprise anymore. Not a surprise. But, yeah, anyway, I'm going to let you guys go for now. And, yeah, if you guys got any more video requests, please leave them down below if you like. And, yeah, I'll try to look into it and possibly make a video about it in the near future. So stick around. Love you all.